Hey everyone, I'm Gabriel with ImpactUSA and welcome to today's first press episode, episode 2 of our FD70 series, Printhead Assembly and Ink Loading. And now you just assembled your brand new FD70 6-head DTF printer. And to those who are feeling a little left out, yes, it's the same with your 4-head or 5-head configurations. Now, let's dive into the printheads and loading the ink. Diving straight into it, let's grab a handy dandy Phillips screwdriver. With that, unscrew the support brackets inside the printer. They keep the unit from sliding back and forth during shipping. From there, unscrew the housing from the printhead unit. Again, a simple Phillips screwdriver will do the job. You'll find 3 screws on each side. Once all the screws are removed, lift off the housing cover, revealing all the ribbon cables and ink lines inside. But no printheads yet, because that's what we're here to install. This gives us a good view to see that each printhead slot is labeled 1 through 6. And the process is the same across the board. The labels on the slots line up perfectly with the ribbon cables and ink lines. As a matter of fact, the ribbon cables are double labeled. One number for the slot and markings showing which side they attach to, above or below. This makes exact placement on the printhead a breeze, but more on that later. And what might look overwhelming at first is actually pretty simple. From here, it's prep time. Remove the plastics from the ribbon cables and ink lines from the printhead you're about to install. Ideally, start from the back left to right. This way you don't end up in a tight spot trying to fit a printhead that's surrounded by others already installed. Next, grab your printhead damper holder and the printhead screws. They're in a small baggie in the toolbox that came with the printer. Now that we have that, let's grab our printhead. Little reminder, when looking at the printhead, the barcode on the top is facing you. That's the front. So to the left of that is the left side of the printhead, and to the right side. Now, let's grab our ribbon cables, and following the labeling we saw earlier, attach them to the terminals on each side of the printhead. You'll feel a nice click when it's seated snugly. Cool pro tip, when attaching the ribbon cables, the blue side should face in toward each other. Another cool pro tip, for extra precaution, I recommend grabbing some tape and just taping your ribbon cables to the printhead. These printheads move incredibly fast. You never know if one might slip out, or worse, you get a leak and ink slides down the cable and ruins the electronics. So with that, the tape acts as both an adhesive and a barrier against ink. From there, we're starting with the back left and working our way across. So go ahead and seat your printhead. Once you place it in, give it a little wiggle to make sure it sits flush with the printhead manifold. Then grab your printhead damper holder and slide it over the top, screwing in the 3 threads it provides with the screws from the toolbox. Next, let's prepare our ink lines. The lines follow the side they're placed on, so since we placed the printhead on the furthest left, we'll pull the ink lines from the furthest left. But Gabe, there are 2 sets of lines. Which do I use? Good question. With each pouch, there are a set of white lines that are always clipped white and head directly to the sep tank, and then the second is a colored set, labeled on the lines with their corresponding colors. And in our case, the color lines are always in the back, so the furthest left color lines will go to the furthest left back printhead we just placed. It should look like this in a CKMY orientation, and as we go down the line, it's just rinse and repeat. Next, we'll show you how to attach all the lines in the back, fill the ink, and charge the system so we can get printing. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you like this type of content, and hit the bell. And comment what else you'd like to see next. Now let's move over to our tanks and lines. First, let's attach the power from our ink area, then the white lines to the far left. You can see they come out from these 2 separate holes in pairs. Keep them as pairs. Push them through the housing below and attach them to the white lines in there, which you can pop out to make it a little easier for yourself. Making sure one pair goes on the left side only and the other pair from the other hole goes on the right side only. Which side each pair goes doesn't matter, as long as they're not crossed and they stay together on whichever side you choose. Now that's about as confusing as it gets, and everything else is smooth sailing. All the other lines are already lined up with their corresponding colors, so all that's left is to measure and cut the size. Now, this step isn't entirely needed, but it looks nice. From there, attach them to the ink tanks directly above each line. It doesn't matter which of the 3 lines attaches to which of the 3 inlets, but to keep it neat, left to left, middle to middle, and right to right. From there, let's turn on the printer and make sure we do a few things before we add ink. 1, let's put our white ink on the agitator on the bottom and turn it on. If it's not plugged in, grab the cable. Right above it on the printer, there's a spot to plug it in. Then let's make sure our waste ink basket is plugged in as well. Although we probably won't fill it soon, it's good to have the system in place so it alerts us when it needs to be dumped. Now that that's done, let's add the ink to the corresponding labels on the ink housing unit, going right to left to give our white ink the best possible chance to be agitated. If by that time you don't think the white ink is ready, feel free to wait a bit more or physically shake it. So, black first, then cyan, magenta, yellow, and before white, let's give it a final shake, then pour it in. And if you wait a quick second, a cool feature included is a built-in white ink agitator within the tank, so your white ink never settles or thins. From here, let's open all our lines for the white ink and watch it run through the system on its own. The reason it does this is because the printer continuously keeps the white ink moving and agitated so it never settles. Very cool process. Once that's done, we can open all our other lines and prepare to charge the inks through our software, PrintEXP. It's pretty simple within PrintEXP. Just head over to the settings. Near the bottom right, there's a Load Ink tab. Just click it and the system will start to pull the ink through. Now, I'll say, do this in short bursts, as many times as you need, constantly checking back and forth. Because if you're not paying attention, this is one way to just let all your ink run through down into your wastebasket, which will be, well, a waste, you know? So good practice is to let it run for about 10 seconds, check it. If it's not fully primed, run it again and repeat. Then I'd end it off with a nice clean. With that, after watching the show of the ink flowing through the lines, this definitely beats having to manually prime each line. After, simply activate your low ink alarm and we're all set. In a later video, we'll show you how to attach film, adjust the tension bar, and feed film through the system. So don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you like this sort of content, hit the bell to get notified when the next episode drops, and comment what else you'd like to see. With that, I'm Gabriel with ImpactUSA. Don't forget to keep it precise and press on. Peace.